Hello everyone, this is the J-Man 1998 here, and this video is going to be something a bit different than what I normally do, because I feel that this problem needs to be addressed. Now, I'm not really the type of person to go and target a person or call someone out, but in this case, it's very hard for me not to. As you can see, today's topic is Verlisify. For those of you who don't know, Verlisify is a Pokemon YouTuber in which his entire channel is dedicated to Pokemon material. And he has been a PokeTuber for a good amount of years now, has a pretty decent amount of followers, over 400,000. And I've actually enjoyed his material for the most part. But Verlisify doesn't necessarily have the best reputation. He's very much known to attack a lot of other PokeTubers, other people directly, and he claims to be the one true Pokemon fan. He's like, he doesn't hack, he doesn't cheat, he likes everything about Pokemon, he'll defend it all the way to the end. And lately, with the new Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee games, he has been really attacking the Pokemon community and people who have opposing or somewhat negative opinions about the game. Now, the game hasn't been out yet. There's no guarantee if the games are going to be good or not, but he has done a lot of videos. Actually, I think all the videos since the announcement of the games has been Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee related, and a lot of them he's just sharing news, but in others he is trying to oppose people with the negative opinions, and he does this in a way that he's coming off as being forceful and attacking people's opinions. Like, he's not respectful. I mean, it's fine that you have this one viewpoint of these games, and other people can have an opposing viewpoint, but you can't just be ignorant to their opinions. You can't just be disrespectful to their opinions, and that's the big issue with Verlisify. Now, I've had issues with him for a while. I tend to comment a lot on his videos, and he tends to be very rude when it comes to commenting. And so I wasn't gonna make a big deal about it until what happened last night. I find it funny. I was actually sleeping, and a Twitter notification woke me up, and the Twitter notification was something that Verlisify pinned on his Twitter. And so I went to his Twitter last night, and this is it. Yeah, this is actually currently still his pinned tweet, basically stating, "And now Joe Merrick has resorted to lying. He blocked me because I disagreed with him, and is now using his publicity to change the story. He only blocked after the childish tactic of unblocking me, replying to my tweets negatively, and blocking, so I can't do anything about it." So, as you can see here, he also has, I guess this is supposed to be picture evidence. I don't know. All I know is there was a lot of people who commented to this tweet. This person here who actually tried to explain to Verlisify that just because someone blocked you doesn't mean that they can't necessarily see what you're doing. For example, if I block someone, I'm basically preventing them from seeing any of my material or being able to message me, but I can still see them because I have been blocked myself. So he was trying to explain how like the tactic isn't necessarily childish because, I mean, yes, he was blocked, but it's not like he was being blocked, unblocked, and things like that. And Verlisify is like, what are you even talking about? I know how Twitter works. Seems like you're the one who's confused. Like, he's not listening to his own fans and things like that. Then go further down, and there's people who have mixed opinions about the situation. I don't even know what the situation is because he didn't necessarily specify in his tweet exactly what went down between him and Joe Merrick of CeraVe. And so, like, these two people here are like, unfortunately, everyone's imperfect. There's issues on both sides. And then this person here, I'm not say like Leah, was like, like it's Joe again, because Verlisify is known to like have beef with a lot of people in the Pokemon community. And it's like, it's sad that this is kind of a normality. It's nothing shocking, it's nothing new. This is something that's been going on for a while. And then there's some people who are like really, really annoyed, like this Twitter user, Lilith Henson. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but she replied to this tweet, like, well, yeah, she's like, oh, someone hurt your feelings, and it's the only way you can feel validated. You actually have the mental capacity of a blade of grass, which is funny. And then he comes back with, I can guarantee you have been upset at someone spreading lies about you, so really you are just an invalid hypocrite. And there we go. Already degrading this person, calling them a hypocrite and invalid. It's like, did you listen to what they're saying? Are you processing what they're saying? Or are you so quick to defend yourself that you're not even using like common sense here? And they go on further with this. And then she's like, I can guarantee I haven't made shit up about someone, and then played the victim when they retaliate. You can't say the same. That to me is a true statement. Verlisify is very quick to play victim, like all the time. It's very, very sad. And then he even said, actually, I can, since I never made things up about anyone or played victim. And then someone else got involved, and they're like, you're playing the victim in this whole situation, which is pretty much true. I mean, your pinned tweet was pretty much how you're mad that this person blocked you and all this stuff like that, but you didn't even include like the situation that led to you being blocked and things like that. So I'm not sure if he's in the wrong or you're in the wrong. And it keeps going, and then the Twitter user's like, do you get off online, or are you just a pathological liar? I just laugh here. And he's like, you haven't shown anything about me being a liar, because I haven't lied about anything when it comes to my channel. Biggest lie on earth. I've been following his channel for a long time, and like, man. And then the user continues with, why should I have to show you anything? Everyone knows it. I have nothing to prove. You're just defensive about it and getting specific because you know you're wrong. And then here he comes with the insults. What an idiot. Right there. This person is trying to have a very constructive argument here, and he knows that it's true, and instead of being respectful, he starts off with, what an idiot. I am defensive because I want facts of this lie you're telling. Everyone knows it. It's not evidence or valid logic. It's possible for large groups of people to be factually wrong. It's also possible for you to be wrong. Like, you're not nothing you say is guaranteed to be like right just because you said it. Like, it's not getting through your head. And then the user's like, yeah, sure, I'll give you the facts when it's not the middle of the night. I relate. This was like 3 a.m. Yeah, this was 3 a.m. Because like I went to bed like at 8, and then 3 a.m. I'm on this topic, and I was just going to ignore it because I usually ignore stuff like this, but this is interesting. And then for this is like, can't invalidate facts. And then users like, I'll hold you to that statement once it's not 6 in the morning, and like, let's be honest, it's 6 in the morning. You know, you have to like have your like thought process. Like it takes time to like really like get evidence and valid arguments and things like that. So you know, and like there are like tons and tons of other replies like this, but you know that was interesting. But that's not the main reason behind this video. So I decided that I was going to finally say something about the matter. I've been wanting to say a lot to Verlisify for a very long time because I feel he needs a major reality check. He talks about how the Pokemon community is so toxic and so bad and things like that, but he isn't helping the problem. He's also making the problem worse. It's one thing if you want people's opinions to change. You know, if you have an opinion about something, you're free to share it. You can try to persuade people to kind of have your opinion, but you can't force someone to change their position, and you can't be ignorant of someone else's different position. That's not how it works. We're individuals. We have a right to different opinions, like the new Pokemon games. Some people like them because, hey, it's back to Kanto. Hey, it's simple. Hey, it's introducing Pokemon Go. But there's also people who don't like them because it's introducing Pokemon Go. We're going back to Kanto, and they're taking away a lot of aspects that a lot of competitive Pokemon users like love. And if you look at some of his videos, like this YouTube video, which I'm not gonna play because no, I'm not trying to help anything like that, but like he did a video called "How's Anyone Upset at This?" The content of this video is basically he's trying to state how no one should be upset or no one should have been shocked by the fact that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee won't be their saves won't be supported by cloud backups for the Nintendo Switch. And he just goes about talking about how this is expected, how there's so much cheating in Pokemon games and things like that. And see, the issue really isn't that he's talking about this. You know, it's just like at his title, "How Anyone Upset at This?" You're basically starting off by saying, "I don't understand why you're upset about this. You have no reason to be upset about this. And if you are upset about this, there's something wrong with you." That's the impression it comes upon. But if you look at the comments for this video, like there's some people with legit positions. Like these games, like people spend a lot of time on these Pokemon games. So to not be able to save your backups, that's insane. And Nintendo's reasoning behind it is to prevent cheating. But like people have been cheating with the Switch before cloud backups even existed. And then he's also like, you know, the people who power save, the people who Game Shark or Action Replay, and I'm like, that's not 100%. I mean, some people cheat legit, but some people just like to have their saves so that way if something happens to the game or something happens to the system, I still have my progress. And so like a lot of these comments here are basically going against his position. Like, you know, this one's like I dropped my Switch, you know, I had to buy another Pokeball Plus, things like that. Like, think about it. Like, Mew is behind a Pokeball Plus. It's $50. So let's say you transfer Mew into your game, and then your Switch breaks like a week later. Okay, so you can maybe get another Switch, and you still have the game, but now you don't have Mew because the only Mew you got was through the Pokeball Plus, and now I got to buy a whole nother Pokeball Plus. There's another $50 just to get Mew again. It's weird, but this isn't big. The other video though, which I felt, actually, I'll get to it in a moment. So I'm over here, but this isn't just a random rant about Verlisify. It's not like I just woke up and I was like, you know what? Let's just attack Verlisify. No. I'm not the type to just attack someone. I'm not the type to just make I'm not like that. I'm very nice and very respectable. But Verlisify did something. So with this Twitter situation going on, 3 a.m., you know, I decided that I was going to participate, and I made my own comments. So this entire situation is about he's mad that Joe Merrick blocked him and was all the other stuff like that. So as you see, like if you go on this if you go on his Twitter thing right now, you'll see at the very first the comments, because it's like the most recent one. It's from 12 hours ago, so this is like 5 in the morning, I think, 4 or 5 in the morning. I basically stated I was using my personal Twitter account, so that's why if you see I'm right now I'm on the channel's Twitter account, but I was using my own personal one earlier. And I was like, makes sense. What did you expect? You don't know how to properly understand or handle or respect opposing opinions, which has been my argument this entire video, which has been a lot of other people's arguments throughout his entire YouTube career, which he also started by attacking other PokeTubers. So it's like, yeah, then he's like, there's absolutely nothing to support your comment. I proved you're wrong. That means it's not his opinion. No, it's still his opinion. Just because if you just because you prove someone's opinion wrong doesn't mean it's not their opinion. Like, it's still their position, and even if you prove them wrong, they still have a right to that position. And just because you believe you proved them wrong doesn't guarantee it. There's a good chance. Like, I actually looked more to this, and it turns out that this argument was about Meltan. Oh, Meltan, which is a new Pokemon for the games that Verlisify hates, and Joe Merrick was trying to say that Meltan is a Gen 7 Pokemon and not a Gen 8 Pokemon. If I'm correct, Joe Merrick said this, and then Verlisify made a video about it, basically going against it. Where is it? It was probably this video. Can't really remember exactly where it is, but yeah, so that's pretty much what the basis of this was. So continuing on, after he said this, I replied with all my evidence is in your entire YouTube career. Maybe you've been doing it for so long that you've become ignorant, but you can be very disrespectful and close-minded to people's different or negative opinions. Now, I've already shown you my evidence to support my position from reading his own responses to his own replies on his Twitter page, the videos, and things like that. So I already have my evidence, right? But, you know, Twitter has a certain amount of characters. I can't, like, push all in. I also finished with saying, you claim to be detoxifying the community, but are you really? That was a question I left off. I'm like, you talk about other people, you talk about how the community is bad, how people shouldn't have opposing or negative opinions, how people should be excited for these games, but you may not be negative yourself, but your actions and your approaches are very negative, and they're very toxifying, and he just doesn't understand this. So again, he's like, so he says, no evidence, what an idiot kid. I'm like, I'm 20, I'm not a kid, first off. 2, I'm just as devoted to Pokemon as he is. Like, you won't, like, I'm not even getting there. So basically, so this is what I meant. So you may see this little space here that says tweet unavailable. Yeah. So after he said, again, no evidence, I actually went to look for some evidence. Because I was like, you know what? He wants evidence so badly. I will give him his evidence. And not just that, his evidence will be his own work. Right? And so that's when I found this video here, which is he had the problem with the Pokemon community, which he basically goes through people's tweets about the games, and he's basically trash talking people who have opposing opinions. He's basically calling them idiots, and then the people who like the games or agree with him, he's like, they have sense. And you know, you look at the comments here, like this person right here, they're like, why are you trying to silence those people? They're just tweeting valid concerns about the games. This is not toxic. This is an active community. It's alright that you don't agree with them, but you can't just say they have no point. Since if they feel that way, they have a point as community members. And that comment alone, like, explains like the major issue with Verlisify. But another issue with Verlisify is because he has so many followers that they tend to like defend him, and like that's what's tearing the community apart. It's not just him, it's the fact that his followers are defending him, and then they become like him and they start attacking people, and it's like it's hard to really have an opinion or position in the community when you're constantly being told your opinion doesn't matter, your opinion is wrong, your opinion is stupid, you need to be this way. Like, doesn't make any sense. And then some people had a funny way of saying this too, like this person, dude, you are the reason this community is toxic, you man child. And then this person, Brian here, I also had a good statement too. They aren't hating you because you like the game, they're hating you because you hate their opinion. Everyone has their own opinion. Stop hating them because they have a different point of view on the game than you have. That is Verlisify's issue. He has no respect for anyone or anything that opposes him. And you can't be that way. And you expect to be this positive force in the community. You can't be that way. And so going back to the tweet from earlier today, this space here that says tweet unavailable, yeah, I was actually typing a reply to him on my one personal Twitter account, and once I finished the tweet with the link to the video and things like that, I went to press send, and it didn't go through. And I'm like, why is it not going through? I went to check to make sure, see what's wrong, and he blocked me. Within an hour of his response, he blocked me, which creates another issue. Because I was opposing him, he decided just to block me. I was over here trying to get the evidence to prove my point, and he blocked me before I can do it. And you know, I was like, okay, I should have let this go. But hell no. No. So I went and I made a temporary Twitter account from another email just so I could come back here and put my evidence in. So as you see, after the tweet unavailable, alright, so after the tweet unavailable, someone else had also made a comment here too. Yeah, so someone else actually also tweeted before he see, you can see here, Travis Lake 24. They also made a tweet before. They also made a tweet here, and so both of ours aren't visible here. But luckily, I took screenshots before these disappeared, so I also have those at the end of the video. So basically, he was applying to both of us. But he said, literally not a disagreement. They are factually wrong. They have no evidence, and their opinion is invalidated and made worthless by facts. This really is insane. And so after this, I went and I finally posted my evidence. Evidence 1. Your video, which was the problem with the Pokemon community. Literally, his video. That link to his video. The video that I just pulled up right here. You know, this is his video. My evidence against him was his own stuff. So, as you see, this was the last thing that I posted here. It actually got 3 likes, which is nice. I'm actually about to. No, I'm not probably not gonna like it, but Yeah, this is my evidence part. Now, notice how there's nothing after this. He also blocked this account too. But by this time, my point's been made. The tweet's there. And knowing him, he's not going to unpin this tweet. He's not going to delete this tweet. So all the replies and stuff are there. So you can see for yourself the issue with Verlisify. And it's like, I still have respect for him, you know. Like I said, he's not necessarily evil. You know, he makes good material. He's very passionate about Pokemon. He is. But his approach to people, his approach to other people's opinions, he's creating more negativity than he is positivity. I'm not using this video to trash him or to try to degrade him or devalue him as a person or as a PokeTuber and things like that. That's not the point of this video at all. The point is, I just want him to like realize like where he's wrong. And the sad part is, because he's been doing this for so long and because he has the following and all these things like that, he'll just take this video where people like me say, he'll just toss it to the side and continue to be this way. And you know, the sad part is there's gonna be people just like him that just keep following him and keep supporting him. And the truth is, he's not the reason, but he's a strong reason that the Pokemon community will never ever truly be the same again. You know, it's very hard to be a member of the Pokemon community when you have people like Verlisify degrading your position and making you feel like you don't belong. And that's the purpose of this video. No one should make anyone feel like they don't belong to the community, that they don't have a voice. And Verlisify is trying so hard to force his voice on the people that he's basically forcing everyone else to stay silent. And that's not me. And I'm gonna keep expressing my voice and how I feel. And I still have a lot of respect for him, but you know, I'm hoping that things don't become worse, that maybe he'll get better and a lot of positivity can come from this notice. But I'm the J-Man. I'm a true Pokemon fan, and I hope you guys have a great day.